Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host with the best ban list of the most, Ryzeal32 here, and destroy the ever-living ban list. Boo-boo, staying off that like and subscribe button as we climb even higher, the 1500 ladder. The ban list is here, ladies and gentlemen. I just got home from being out all day, so I want to just have a proper discussion about this ban list, because I think that this is going to be a ban list that is going to really divide people. I think some people are going to be really happy with it. I think some people are really going to hate it and still see Ryzeal as like a tier 0 deck. So let's just go through it. So banned, we have Nightmare Griffin, Link Decoder, Abyss Dweller, and Bahamut. So Nightmare Griffin is honestly an excellent hit. I feel like the Nightmare cards overall were just bad card design outside of like Nightmare Phoenix and Unicorn, which at that point, all of the other Nightmare Link monsters have been banned. Like Griffin has been banned, Goblin's been banned, Mermaid's been banned. Those are all Nightmare monsters. And then obviously Corruptor Ibly isn't banned, but that card's not all that broken. Link Decoder, I guess that's a hit to Malice. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head what that card art even is. Dweller, we saw this coming, right? Like the OCG hit this card. I think that overall it's a really good hit. I mean, just being able to just turn skip the opponent with like no effects in the grave is just insane. Obviously that's going to help graveyard reliant decks like Tier Element and Memento, but I think it's something that really needed to happen for a long time. Bahamut Shark being banned is honestly fantastic because now you can't just cheese out a totally awesome, and then you don't have to ban Toad. You're dealing with the actual problem card, which is Bahamut Shark. Next up here is Limited, which is holy balls. So Druid Swarm is now at 1, along with Magnamut now. So we have 2 Bysteals at 1. Dimension Shifter to 1. Masterpiece is finally at 1. Circular back to 1. Detonator is now at 1. Bonfire is now at 1. Brilliant Fusion is back at 1. And Crossout Designator and Triple Tactics Talent are now at 1. That is insane. So this is a lot to take in, right? So first of all, the hit to Druid Swarm, I think is really good. You're essentially playing 2 copies of Druid Swarm if you're playing Magnamut, because I believe Magnamut can get from both deck or grave. So if you use the Druid Swarm, you can get it right back. But Druid Swarm being able to target a special summon monster and send it to grave and not destroy it is really insane. And I'm hoping that hitting Druid Swarm is like the first step in what will soon be hitting more hand traps so that they're not so much in abundance. Shifter to 1 has been something that people have wanted to see Shifter hit since it came out, really. To 1, it's much more of a luck sack card. You have I believe it's a 16% chance to open up the 1 of in a 40 card deck. I think the card should still be banned, to be honest. If we see the card eventually get banned in the OCG, I think we will see it get banned here in the TCG. That's all that you can really do about it at this point, right? Masterpiece to 1. People have wanted Masterpiece to come back for years. It's nice to see True Draco players finally get their big boss monster back. I don't think this is going to have much of an impact. Circular to 1 is crazy. There's a reason why it went from 3 to ban. I don't know why they want to suddenly bring this back and have Mathmech basically be tier 1 all over again. But okay, Konami, if you're going to give every deck a circular, why not bring back the original circular? So Detonator to 1 is a fantastic hit to Ryzeal, along with Bonfire. Yes, 7th Tachyon is at 3, and so is 7th Ascension. But Detonator to 1 is a very interesting hit because now you have to really commit to playing Eclipse Twins if you want to keep on getting back that Detonator, or you have to use Ryzeal Cross to put it back in your extra deck. So I think that that's absolutely a fantastic hit. Bonfire to 1 is excellent. I don't think I really need to explain that. Brilliant Fusion to 1. I don't know if Brilliant Fusion is really going to do all that much at 1. Like the whole Garnet package and all that, playing Brilliant Fusion, I think we're kind of past that. I think there's already enough decks in the game that play bricks that you don't really want to play that. And then Designator and Talents to 1, I think is fantastic. I mean, now you have the 1 of chance. Granted, it's luck sacky, but you have the 1 of chance to see a card that stops a hand trap. So you have more of a possibility that your hand traps are going to go through, which is, I think, honestly, it's great. Now, if you notice just from the bans and the limited, there's no Fiendsmith hits. And that is very much a concern because now you move into the semi-limits. There's a boatload of them and nothing that says Fiendsmith. So Black Dragon Collapse Serpent is at 2. X and Ice Ryzeal to 2. Malice Dormouse and White Rabbit to 2. Morphing Jar to 2. Snake Eye Ash and Poplar to 2. And Sword Ryzeal to 2. So X, Ice, and Sword are all at 2. Unchained Soul of Sharvara to 2. That's fine. White Dragon Wyver Buster to 2 is fine. And then Malice and Underground to 2. I don't know why they're putting these things at 2. I think they should just all be at 1. But okay, sure. The Snake Eye hits are kind of whatever. The Unchained hits, whatever. The White Dragon and Black Dragon are whatever. The Malice hits, I think, are kind of pointless because both Ryzeal and Malice are getting new support and Alliance Insight. So what the hell is the point? And then anyway, moving on to 3, we've got 3 Cyberjar, 3 Danger Jackalope, 3 Tsuchinoko, Eva to 3, and Monkey Board to 3. All these are really just irrelevant. This is effective April 7, 2025. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be really upset with this list because of the fact that there's no hits to Fiendsmith. Fiendsmith is still an engine that you have to invest in moving into this new format that is soon to be Alliance Insight. Now, the question is Fiendsmith still going to be as good? I think it only got better, to be honest, because now Ryzeal lost 1 copy of each of X, Ice, and Sword. So now, until we get Alliance Insight, they're really going to have to lean into the Fiendsmith engine, I feel. Overall, I think it's a nice, fresh take on the format. Do I think that the format is going to still be, like, say, Ryzeal, Malice plus other stuff? I do. I feel like overall it is still what was last format, but they sort of cleaned up things from last format and then continued it with this format. There's still no hit to Chaos Angel. Dimension Shifter is now at 1 instead of being at 3, so it's much more sacky. It's going to be interesting to see how people react to this balance. And of course, I want to know what you think about it in the comments below. Overall, I think it's a nice facelift on what was already, I suppose, overall a healthy format. You have new toys to play with. Things like Shifter and Druid Swarm were hit, but other things like the Fiendsmith engine were not hit. So I think a lot of people aren't going to be happy with this, but there are some things on here that show it's a positive list, like Druid Swarm, Shifter, Bonfire, Crossout, Designator, Talents, Detonator to 1. There are good things on this list. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Of course, I'm going to be doing my tier list and all that. I've got a boatload of videos to make. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.